Show. A station that pays.
This is MC Reggie Fresh on the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show. And guess who's in the building? Coming to you, he was born in Detroit, Michigan. Also played at the College of Notre Dame. Got a nickname called the Battering Ram. But guess what, folks? He's the 6th leading rusher in the NFL. Also played for the 6-time world champs, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Jerome Bettis, a.k.a. the Bus. All right, Jerome, what we're going to do now, brother, we're going to start out with a question. You know, we got some unfinished business to do over there if we got to play them New England Patriots. But I just want to know your opinion. Is this the Pittsburgh Steelers year to go on and take it all the way?
I like to think so. Obviously it's going to be that big question mark. Can they beat the New England Patriots? If they're going to win, they're going to have to go through New England, that's what I believe.
Right.
So that's going to be the challenge. I think they can this year, but it's still, you got to, in order to beat the champs, you got to beat the champs.
And you know, last year we was banged up. We lost our running back and stuff like that. Now we kind of healthy, even though we lost the home field advantage chance. And we got to go back to New England. So do you think, Jerome, that it's going to be a problem, or will it make a difference?
I think it definitely matters. I think it definitely matters that the game's on the road, but it's not the determining factor. I think when you look at the two games, one last year they got blown out. This year,
right?
I think it's a lot different. They played them really close, so I think they've closed the gap. But still, they've got to find a way to win the game, not come close to winning.
Now, during the playoffs, in the divisional playoff this week coming, I want to know, who do you think, who matches up with the Pittsburgh Steelers better than any of the other teams?
Well, I think the best matchup would be Buffalo. I mean, but I think Buffalo probably wouldn't be playing. I think anybody but Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville matches up with Pittsburgh the best. So I think Tennessee, if they played the Titans, or I'm not sure who else they would possibly play. I think Buffalo would end up having to play if they won. I think they would play New England, but I think it would come down to Tennessee, Jacksonville, Kansas City. I think Kansas City doesn't match up well, so I mean I think Pittsburgh wouldn't have a problem playing Kansas City, but anybody but Jacksonville.
So you think Blake Bortles is good enough to win a playoff game?
No, I think that defense is good enough to really cause a problem for the Steelers. Fournette running the football, I think that's the challenge. And I think Blake Bortles can do well enough that he can present a problem for the Steelers. I don't think he's going to win the game for them single-handedly, but I think if they can run the football, which they did during the regular season, and Blake Bortles can make some timely throws, then I think they can beat Pittsburgh.
Okay, that's true enough. Now, let's get to this question right here, Jerome. Now, what's your intake on New England? Would you ever be a New England Patriot player? Would you go play with the New England Patriots? I mean, James Harrison, what you think about him? First of all, I think he's a traitor. But listen, bruh. I know he want to play. Like everybody say he want to play. That's fine. Play. But here's the thing. You're going to go to our enemy out of all the teams. Jerome, listen, bro. He want to go to the New England Patriots. It's like I've been in your house, bro. I've been in your house. I know where you put everything. I know everything in your house, everything you lock up and everything. And then I'm going to turn around and go to your enemy's house. And then, I just don't like it, man. What do you think about that?
You know what? At the end of the day, he wanted to play football. I get it. He wanted an opportunity to play. Now, the fact that he went to New England, if all the teams, that was
That's what I'm
probably the
saying.
last team that I would choose. But ultimately, if you want to play and they're giving you the only opportunity to play, then you got to pull the trigger and you got to do it. So, you do it, but you do it very reluctantly. And I think that's the situation that James was in.
Do you think it's going to be a factor in the playoffs?
I think James definitely is a factor. The one thing that you have to know about James is, he's a consummate pro. He's going to be ready to go. He's going to be, one of those guys that you got to defend. And he gives the Patriots a pass rusher that, frankly, they just didn't have. So I think he's going to be very beneficial for the Patriots.
All right, now, Jerome, I'm going to ask you this question. Out of the three Bs, Brown, Roethlisberger, and Bell, who's your MVP? What's your intake on them three?
That's a tough one. I think Antonio Brown would have had to been the MVP.
Yeah, I said that too.
This year, the things he's been able to do. I mean, even there was a time when Ben was a little rusty during the early part of the season. Antonio Brown kept everything going. Le'Veon as well. There was a time early in the year he was rusty, not having gone through training camp, and I think Antonio Brown was the consummate pro, and he was consistent. He was the one that from week 1 all the way through until he got hurt, he was producing and putting up numbers. So I would have to give it to Brown.
All right, Jerome, what do you think about Big Ben Roethlisberger? I mean, he played with you, of course, and I know he did that little shoestring tie. He pulled the guy's shoestring to keep y'all in the game and won. And you said that you probably wouldn't have made it to the Hall of Fame if it wasn't for Bus. But no, man, I mean for Ben. But what you think about Big Ben? Big Ben is the truth. I mean, don't nobody talk about Ben. I'm tired of hearing about Brady, Drew Brees, Manning, and all them. They don't give Ben no props. Like I tell everybody, Ben gets broken nose, broken legs, whatever. All kinds of stuff going on, and all they do is win. So I'm asking the 6th leading rusher of the NFL, what do he think about his quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger?
I mean, I'm proud of him because of the player that he's become. Having played with him early in his career, you saw the youthfulness, you saw a little bit of immaturity, but he's grown. And he's grown leaps and bounds on the field and off the field. And to see his development as a football player and to see him become one of the elite quarterbacks in the NFL, that's impressive to see. So, I take my hat off to Ben. He's done a great job through his whole career.
Okay, now, Bus, I want to talk about the hitting procedure. All this stuff going around, they trying to I think they softening it up, man. I don't like it. I mean, this is football. It's rough. It's tough. You're going to get hurt. Players are going to get hurt year in and year out. And I understand they want to make it safer and stuff like that, man. But look, they know what they signing up for. You know what I'm saying? I know you, physical, hard-hitting, smash-mouth football. I mean, what you think about that, Bus?
My thoughts is that, they're doing a good job trying to legislate the big hits out of the game. I think that's a necessary evil in that you got to make the game safer. So, unfortunately, that's going to be part of the deal. So I get it. I'm all for it 100%. Mm-hmm. I think there's some things, about the game that you're not going to be able to avoid. The physicality of the game is the one thing I just wish that they wouldn't try to take out of the game. And I think some of that is still there, but I think they've got to be careful in some of the aggressiveness that they're trying to take out from players, some of the small things that they're doing, some of the defensive issues that, the defensive holding and not allowing guys to hit the receivers and those kind of things. I think some of that is a little bit egregious, and they need to allow a little bit more of that. But those taking the big hits out of the game, I totally agree with.
And when you played and stuff, did you worry about CT? What was your, of all them hard hits and stuff? What's your intake on that?
Well, you know what? You worry about it, but it's nothing that you can do to kind of you know to think that you're immune to it. I mean, the possibility exists. You know that possibility exists, and so you live with that, knowing that. So is there fear there? Sure, there's some fear there, but it doesn't make me not want to continue to live my life and enjoy the opportunities that I have now. So I live for today, and hopefully it doesn't affect me tomorrow.
And I know, you had a GP score of a 3.5 in high school. Then you went to Notre Dame. And, I had your mama on my show, and she told me you was very smart, very, very smart young man. And so what do you think about that? We need that intelligence in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Absolutely. Exactly. Don't stunt my growth.
When you was at Notre Dame, man, your coach, I want you to tell me about your coach, because I was watching the 30-30, that story on the NFL channel about you when you was talking about, your coach for Notre Dame was like, man, what are you doing? Who are you? Who was that guy wearing that number? Whatever he was saying. And you played for the Rams then. Could you give me a story on that?
Well, yeah, that was funny because he called me an imposter because I wasn't playing the game the way that he knew I was capable of playing the game, and that was the way that coach was. He's always been the kind of coach that will call you to the carpet if he feels you're not doing the things that you need to do. He's gonna be the first one to let you know, and he's done that throughout my career. But I was very, very grateful that he and his wife, they came to the Hall of Fame ceremonies and wanted to share that with me. I was so proud that he came and celebrated that with me. A special man.
Okay, Jerome, before we wrap it up, man, I want to talk about this week coming, the playoffs. What do you think about this weekend's playoff?
I'm looking at it, like this is going to be a great weekend of football. I think
right.
What to expect. I think that Tennessee-Kansas City game is going to come down to the wire. Unfortunately, I think the Jacksonville-Buffalo game, I just think Buffalo, they're going to be undermanned. I don't think LaShawn McCoy is going to be able to be as effective as he would need to be in order for them to win that game. So I see Jacksonville moving on. So it's going to be one of those good football weekends, and I'm looking forward to that Kansas City Tennessee game.
Okay, Bus, man, I appreciate you being on my show, and I'm glad that you came. I know it took a while to get you on here, man, but I got you on here. I appreciate you being on my time, and I know you got things to do, so I appreciate you once again, bro, for being on my show.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you. And there you have it, folks. The sixth leading rusher in the NFL, Jerome Bettis, on the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show.
This is the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show. A station that pays.